and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Olumide Macaulay. On the program today, the Nigerian Air Force says contribution of air power in support of surface forces has weakened operational bases of insurgents and reduced security challenges across the nation. A group of Kodumu community in Adamawa State, northeast Nigeria, faults police and state government's handling of recent herdsmen attacks on its people. And school authorities and police command begin reintegration of 53 former cultists of Benue State University. Thank you so much for joining us. We'd like to begin with security matters, where the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, says the Nigeria Air Force is capable of addressing the security challenges across the nation by providing air power to weaken operational bases of insurgents and provide support for surface forces to operate. In addition to the capability of the Air Force to face the security challenge, the Air Chief also believes that provision of adequate welfare facilities for officers will enhance effectiveness in carrying out their duties.
The Nigerian Air Force has what it takes to really address these challenges and provide the needed support to our surface forces. You can never have all that you want. No country has all that it needs. What is important is for you to understand what you have, to understand what is required, to understand the gap, and try to make the best out of what is available. And that's exactly what we are doing. And I want to say that so far we've been very, very successful. You saw the operation in Arepo itself. In the northeast, we are also operating. We have quite a number of fighter aircraft that are still there, making sure that these guys do not surface at all. We are also using the ISR platform, which has made it extremely difficult for Boko Haram to surface anywhere. If you come out, we'll pick you. If we pick you, we'll send the right airplane to get rid of you. So the situation where people are killed in large numbers and these people move without any challenge, those days are gone.
Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, Chief of Air Staff. Staying with security, but now concerning the police and in the southwest in particular, in a bid to improve the present situation in Lagos and Ogun State, the new Assistant Inspector General of Police in the zone, Abdul Majid Ali, has reformed the Zonal Anti-Crime Patrol Squad to tackle all forms of crime. Also in Lagos, 3 more suspects have been arrested in connection with the kidnap of the traditional ruler of Iba town.
It's the maiden briefing of the new Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Lagos and Ogun State. Flanked by the Commissioners of Police in both states, AIG Abdul Majid Ali blows hot on the recent wave of crime in the zone and warns that the crime patrol team has been reformed to crack down on any acts of criminality.
Let people get it. I set them up specifically to deal decisively. But underline it. Any group, the miscreants, the hoodlums, or any name they come out with. So they are not just a team, they are trained men.
Also at the Lagos State Police Headquarters in Ikeja, a leader of one of the suspected cult groups in Aja area identifies members during the parade of suspects for various crimes. The Commissioner of Police explains that 3 more suspects have been arrested in connection with the kidnapping of the traditional ruler of Iba town.
The 3 of them took the information about the kidnapping to the main kidnappers. And of course, the bait that was also given, it confirms that these 3 fellows collected out of the bait that was collected in the course of getting the traditional ruler released.
3 weeks ago, the monarch was kidnapped from his palace. He regained his freedom on Saturday with the arrests of 2 suspects.
To the south, following a directive of the Inspector General of Police, the Commissioner of Police in Bayelsa State has inaugurated the Eminent Persons Forum. This forum is aimed at creating a synergy between reputable persons in the society and officers of the Nigerian police force to increase effectiveness and assist in funding and logistics. This gathering is made up of traditional rulers, technocrats, religious rulers and government officials. They are here at the instance of the Bayelsa State Police Chief, who is seeking the cooperation of the citizens in curbing crime. At the forum, the Commissioner of Police explains that for effective community policing, citizens must be ready to share information with the police force.
Our objectives to connect the police to the public desire, to encourage victims of crime to report to the police, to work with the police to reduce the opportunities to commit crime in our neighborhoods.
Some participants also made suggestions as to how crime can be curbed.
The beginning of our problem in the community is this intimidation of a few acclaimed, wealthy people and attached to government position. We draw all these police officers. If you cannot secure yourself, then who are we going to secure?
The special advisor on security to the state governor gives a scorecard of the government's efforts towards crime reduction in Bayelsa State.
We're talking about kidnapping. And let me tell you something, and I want you about doing something. We need your support. We need information. Like I said, there was benefit from the intervention. But even at that, let me tell you, kidnapping in this region, Bayelsa has lowest mark.
Because security is everyone's business, it's expected that this group of eminent persons will help the police and other security agencies in the state with useful information that will ultimately help in reducing the spate of kidnapping and other crime in the state. Staying with security, the last may not have been heard about last week's attacks by suspected herdsmen in Kodomu village and other affected communities in Adamawa State, northeast Nigeria. This time, some representatives of the affected communities are calling on the Acting Inspector General of Police to remove the Commissioner of Police in the state, Mr. Mohammed Ghazali. The umbrella body of the community made the demand at a media briefing in Yola, the state capital. The group also alleged that the state government is not sensitive to the plight of the people.
Last week, Kodomun community in Adamawa State was allegedly attacked by suspected herdsmen, eliciting different reactions, accusations and counter-accusations. Here at the Nigerian Union of Journalists Center in Yola, the state capital, representatives of the communities host a press briefing. They say tens of the kinsmen have been killed and over 2,000 now displaced, and insist that the police and the state government have failed the people.
Up to this time, no one has been apprehended, questioned or sanctioned by the authorities over the incidences. Is this not a conspiracy of silence? As painful as the destruction and looting of property and the brutal killings of our defenseless people, this man is therefore not fit for a command position. He should be removed immediately by the Inspector General of Police.
The group is also calling on government to investigate the crisis.
We are calling on government to institute a judicial panel inquiry immediately to look into the root causes of all these problems that we are facing.
Meanwhile, the Adamawa State Government and the State Police Command have reacted to the issues raised by the Botier people.
There was this lacuna between the community and the police. They were supposed to report the recovery of these corpses to the nearest police station, who will in turn report them to the Commissioner of Police. But they didn't do that, and it was quite unfortunate when the Commissioner of Police came the following day, unknowingly to him, that some of these corpses were recovered. He was not informed.
In the meantime, the military says it will remain in the area to ensure security of lives and property, while government and other concerned parties go in search of resolution to the crisis plaguing the communities.
You're watching news across Nigeria. Coming up, more on activities of herdsmen as the Ekiti State House of Assembly holds a hearing on the proposed cattle grazing bill. Please join us again.